This isn't just another video, and these aren't just words. This is a summons, a call from realms unseen, a divine announcement echoing through time and space, reaching you now, not by chance, but by heavenly design. Something has shifted in the spirit. You've felt it, haven't you? The restlessness at night, the weight that lingers even after you've prayed, the way certain songs make your chest tighten. You've laughed with friends, but deep inside, you're watching, waiting, wondering if that silent ache will ever be answered. Let me tell you something sacred. You're not wrong. You're not crazy. And you're not alone. The longing you carry isn't desperation. It's preparation. It's prophetic. Because something holy is on its way. And heaven whispered this word for you. Your soulmate's proposal is coming. Yes, that's right. Not just any relationship. Not just someone to text late at night. Not a situationship. Not a placeholder. But a covenant connection. A kingdom alignment. A divine partnership. Sealed in purpose. Surrounded by angels. And written into the book of your destiny before time began. Take a breath. Right here, right now. Let the noise fade. Let your spirit lean in. Because this isn't fiction. It's fulfillment. And no, you're not too late. The Spirit wants you to understand something deeper than dates and rings. This is about timing, but even more so, it's about alignment. Isaiah 60:22 says, "When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen." Let that settle into your soul. He's not late. He's not silent. And he certainly hasn't forgotten you. You thought the delays were punishments. You thought the silence meant rejection. But God has been busy, in the unseen, in the hidden places, aligning two lives on parallel paths, bringing them ever closer until one sacred intersection, the moment of proposal. This proposal won't be loud, but it will be undeniable. No confusion, no guessing, no mixed signals. You won't need to script your worth, perform your pain, or beg to be chosen. No, this proposal will be clear, because their soul will recognize yours, and yours will finally exhale, "This is it." It won't be forced. It won't be a transaction wrapped in tradition or pressure. It'll be peace, a holy stillness, a divine whisper in your chest that says, "You're safe now." And when it happens, it won't be about who kneels first, because their soul will already be on its knees. All this time, while you cried, while you healed, while you deleted numbers and blocked old pain, heaven was preparing the scene. Not just their heart, but yours. Not just their life, but your purpose. The one coming to you isn't coming because they're lonely. They're coming because they're ready. Ready to love with wisdom. Ready to protect without fear. Ready to walk beside someone who doesn't dim their light, but stokes their fire. And you're being prepared to receive it without sabotage. This is why you've been shedding layers. This is why you've outgrown rooms. This is why old lovers couldn't stay. Because what's ahead requires space, sacred ground, and a healed heart. Yes, I hear your hesitation. The ones who hurt you. The ones who promised and walked away. The ones who used your hope and left you bleeding. But here's the truth. They were detours, not destiny. God doesn't tease you with a future he doesn't plan to fulfill. He doesn't awaken longing just to leave you starving. Psalm 37 verse 4 promises, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart." Your desire to be loved in purity? That's from him. Your dream of walking beside someone who prays with you, laughs with you, covers you in the spirit? That's his idea, and he's already set it in motion. In the days ahead, things may feel strange. You'll begin to sense urgency, not from fear, but from readiness. You may dream of wedding rings, see their name unexpectedly, feel sudden waves of release, urges to clean your house, shift your habits, cut off distractions. That's not coincidence. That's spiritual nesting. Your soul knows love is near. Before you scroll, before you say, "Maybe later," let your faith make a sound. In the comments, write, "I'm ready for divine love," or "I trust God's timing. I believe in sacred covenant." Because your declaration is not just for YouTube, it's for heaven. Angels' record agreement. They move on faith, not fear. Speak it now. Write it boldly. And don't stop becoming the person who can receive what's coming. The next time someone takes your hand and looks into your eyes, your spirit will remember this moment. And it will whisper, "This is the love heaven promised." There are moments in life where time doesn't just pass, it shifts. Moments where the air around you thickens, where the dreams become vivid, where your mind quiets down, but your spirit starts to speak louder. If you're here, if you're reading this, this is one of those moments. Because something sacred is stirring beneath the surface. And heaven is declaring it clearly. Your soulmate has seen your light, and they're on their way. Soul recognition is real. Have you ever locked eyes with someone and felt like time bent? No words needed. No explanations required. Just a silent thunder between your spirit and theirs. That is soul recognition. And it doesn't start with physical attraction. It doesn't begin in the body. It begins in eternity. Two spirits that once danced near the throne of God, separated only by time, now preparing to meet again. This is why you felt restless. Why no one else has clicked lately. Why you're not satisfied with shallow love anymore. Because your soul remembers what divine connection feels like. What will look like when your soulmate shows up, it won't just feel good. It will feel divinely familiar. They may not look like what you expected, but their presence will settle your nervous system. Their voice will sound like peace. Their energy will not demand you to shrink, but invite you to expand. Your mind will have questions, but your spirit will have peace. And heaven will whisper, "You did," before you were born. Prophetic signs you're about to be found. Let's talk about the signs. Because heaven doesn't operate in confusion, it moves in confirmation. When your moment is near, the spirit realm will start sending you signals. Here are some sacred clues. Dreams of weddings. Of meeting a stranger whose face you can't quite see, but whose presence comforts you. Dreams of someone calling your name, standing beside you, walking with you in peace. These are not hallucinations. They are spiritual previews. Joel 2 verse 28 says, "Your sons and daughters will prophesy, your old men will dream dreams. Your young men will see visions." Your dreams are whispering truths your waking mind is too distracted to hear. It could be a name that keeps showing up on your phone, in books, on signs, and songs. Pay attention. Heaven speaks through patterns. The repetition isn't coincidence. It's confirmation. Without warning, you'll feel the need to unfollow, to delete, to finally close doors that have stayed cracked open for too long. Why? Because love cannot enter a room that's still crowded with ghosts. You start saving. You start praying deeper. You start healing what you used to hide. Because something in you knows you're no longer waiting to be chosen. You're preparing to be aligned. You can't explain it. But while others panic over timelines, you begin to feel like you're exactly where you're supposed to be, even if nothing has changed externally. That's your soul aligning with heaven's clock. And you can't fake that kind of peace. Let's deal with the fear. The thought that maybe you missed it, that maybe you walked past the one, or that you said no when you should have said yes. Let me tell you with holy confidence, you are not powerful enough to cancel what heaven has ordained. If God said it, he'll restore it. If heaven wrote it, it's already circling back. Even if you stumbled, even if you wandered, the shepherd knows how to find his sheep. Psalm 23 verse 6 promises, "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life." Not maybe, surely. When your soulmate finds you, don't expect fireworks. Expect stillness. Expect clarity. They'll look at you like they've been searching forever, and you'll feel seen in ways no one has ever dared to see you. They won't need to ask who you are. They'll know, the way Adam knew Eve. The way Ruth knew Boaz, the way destiny knows your name. And you'll say, "This doesn't make sense," but heaven will respond, "It doesn't have to. It's divine." You won't need to act more holy. You won't need to act more perfect. You won't need to perform, entertain, convince, or seduce. You'll just need to be, because the one coming for you will be looking for truth, not polish. They'll be looking for peace, not perfection. And they'll choose your rawness over 1,000 filtered versions of you. When they kneel, not just with their body, but with their soul, they won't say, "You're everything I ever wanted." They'll say, "You're everything I never knew I needed, but heaven knew." They'll cry. You might too, but not from fear. From the weight of prophecy finally fulfilled. A covenant is being formed in the spirit. This is not just dating. This is destiny. This is a covenant being witnessed by angels. A contract signed by heaven before your birth. Ecclesiastes 4 verse 12 says, "A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken." And that third strand, God, has been weaving you two together for years. Before we continue to part 3, take a sacred breath. Let this word soak in like rain to dry soil. And if your heart agrees, declare it in the comments. Say, "I am seen by heaven. I am ready for recognition. My spirit is aligned. I receive divine connection." Heaven hears your declarations. Angels move at the sound of your agreement. Your soulmate is not on the way to complete you. They're coming to join you in the mission God already began in you. So don't chase love. Become love. Don't beg for a ring. Become the answer to someone's prayer. The signs are everywhere. You're not waiting for love. Love is already walking toward you. Close your eyes. Now imagine this. The world slows down. Not because time has stopped, but because heaven is about to make an announcement in your life. There are no crowds, no camera cruz, no flash decor, and yet it is the holiest moment you've ever felt. Because when your soulmate kneels before you, it won't just be their body that bends. It will be their soul. You've seen proposals in movies. Big gestures, flashy rings, tears for show. But what heaven is sending you will not be theatrical. It will be eternal. This is not a fairy tale. This is a covenant moment where heaven kisses earth, where prophecy becomes reality, where 2 timelines collapse into one sacred intersection called now. Not butterflies, not fear, but something deeper, like your soul taking a breath for the first time. You may tremble, but not from anxiety. You may cry, but not from sadness. You may go quiet, because your spirit will recognize what your words can't express. When they reach for your hand, something ancient within you will whisper, "This is the one. This is the promise." And that promise won't be dressed in perfection. It'll be wrapped in vulnerability, in truth, in purpose. They won't come with a rehearsed speech. They won't try to impress. They won't try to manipulate emotion. Instead, their words will flow like prophecy. They'll say, "I never knew what I was missing until I met you. You make the silence feel safe. I prayed, and God led me straight to you. You are not just who I want. You are who heaven chose." They won't sound like a poem. They'll sound like purpose. Because what they're offering isn't romance. It's responsibility. As this moment unfolds, heaven will not be silent. The angels who have walked with you through heartbreak, betrayal, and tears, they'll be standing in full attention, watching, rejoicing, weeping with you. Because this moment isn't about a ring. It's about a restoration of what was broken, of what was delayed, of what was promised long ago. Heaven doesn't take this lightly, and neither should you. The air will feel thick. The moment will feel bigger than the room. Time will slow, not because of nerves, but because the Spirit of God will be hovering. You may feel heat on your chest, a wind that wasn't there a moment ago, a presence that fills the silence. That is the Holy Spirit confirming, "This is me. I'm here." It will be one of those moments where everything around you fades, and all you can feel is glory. Don't expect a castle. This proposal might happen in a quiet garden, a small kitchen, on a walk by the river, or even in your living room after a prayer. It's not the setting that makes it sacred. It's the spirit that fills the room. You'll know it's divine because there will be a peace that silences every doubt you've ever carried. You won't have to question. You won't have to guess. You'll just know. What you'll see in their eyes will say it all. Not just "I love you," but "I choose you." And not just for now, but for eternity. You'll see their story in their tears. The pain they walked through just to get to you. The way they fought to keep their heart open. The weight of what they're offering, not just affection, but allegiance. And you'll realize, this isn't just the person you'll love. This is the person you'll war in prayer with, build legacy with, raise destiny with. Every heartbreak will finally make sense. Every tear you cried, every door that closed, every almost that left you questioning your worth. It will all collapse under the power of this one moment. And you'll whisper to yourself, this was worth the wait. You may not hear trumpets, but your spirit will. You'll feel like every angel is holding their breath. Because when a soul recognizes its counterpart, it's not just romantic, it's spiritual warfare ending in victory. The loneliness breaks, the warfare breaks, the drought ends, and the covenant begins. You're not late. You're not behind. God wasn't punishing you. He was protecting you from immature love, from conditional affection, from people who would have drained you instead of covering you. The wait wasn't punishment. It was positioning, because for a covenant to last, the vessel must be ready. Before they even speak, your spirit will already be answering. Your knees may buckle, your hands may tremble, but your heart will stand tall, and it will whisper, this is what I was born for. Not the wedding, not the applause, but the moment two souls agree with heaven and finally say, yes. Right now, take 30 seconds. Let this word wash over you like waves. Close your eyes and visualize it. Don't just hope for it, prepare for it. And when you're ready, write this in the comments as a prophetic act. I am ready for sacred partnership. I received the proposal heaven wrote for me. Let it be done in Jesus' name. Your comment isn't just public. It's prophetic. It's your agreement with God's timing. When they kneel, it will not be a surprise to your spirit. It will be a reunion. It will be a confirmation. It will be the unlocking of a future heaven has been designing in secret. So don't rush. Don't panic. Don't beg. Just keep becoming. Because heaven is preparing the moment. And the moment is preparing you. There's something heaven wants you to understand. This isn't just about romance. It's about rebuilding Eden. Because when two souls align under God's command, it's not for entertainment. It's for impact. It's not just to hold hands under the stars. It's to build legacy under heaven's fire. So yes, the proposal is coming. Yes, the love will be real. Yes, the moment will be holy. But what happens after the yes will matter even more. Because this is more than marriage. This is assignment. We need to stop romanticizing the ring and forgetting the reason. That circle of metal is not just a decoration. It is a seal, a visible reminder of a spiritual contract. When that ring slides onto your finger, it won't just symbolize commitment. It will announce something to every realm. These two have merged for purpose. They are now one voice, one mission, one flame. It tells the darkness, you cannot divide what heaven has united. It tells your past, this is the beginning of something new. It tells your future, get ready. We're coming. Some loves are meant to comfort, but this love, it's meant to construct. You're not just being given a partner. You're being given a co-architect. You will build a home where peace reigns, a vision that blesses generations, a legacy soaked in prayer. Ministries, businesses, communities, whatever heaven assigns to you two. You'll finish each other's sentences, yes. But more importantly, you'll finish each other's assignments. Some couples are loud on social media and empty in spirit. But this love you're stepping into, it will be quiet in performance, loud in power. It won't need to be explained. It will just exist, authentic, consistent, deep. You'll know each other's wounds. You'll cover each other's scars. You'll pray over one another's battles at midnight when the world is asleep. Because love without spiritual covering isn't safety. It's exposure. This is not going to be a love without flaws. There will be days of exhaustion, differences in perspective, wounds that surface, moments of wrestling in the spirit. But the difference is you will both be mature enough to stay, to fight for the relationship, not in it, to seek God instead of revenge, to pause and ask, what is heaven saying? Because grown love isn't afraid of correction. Ecclesiastes 4 verse 9 says, two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. When you and your soulmate are united, you will see that return. You will birth things in the spirit together, intercede in ways that shake foundations, break generational curses by simply standing together in faith. And when you pray together, it will not be soft. It will be strategic. It will be explosive. Because you're not just a couple. You're a spiritual force. The assignment will be bigger than you. That's why the wait has been long. That's why the warfare was intense. That's why you had to heal in isolation before joining in elevation. Because what's coming through your covenant will ripple far beyond your household. Your children will walk in favor because of what you and your partner carry. Your lineage will shift. Your name will shift. Even the way people talk about what's possible in love will shift. Because heaven's glory will be on you too. Not just as lovers, but as leaders. You were chosen for this love. Let that sink in. Not everyone is graced for this type of love. It costs more. It stretches deeper. It exposes every insecurity so that God can heal it. But you've been chosen. That's why nothing else has worked. That's why almost loves have fallen apart. Because what's been set aside for you, it had to be protected. God wouldn't let you settle. You'll build in the natural, and in the spirit you might build a home. Start a family. Launch a ministry. Found a nonprofit. Write books together. Speak life into a broken generation. But don't forget, your greatest construction project will be each other. You will uplift when the other feels weak, remind each other of heaven's promises, sharpen faith when fear whispers lies, keep the fire of purpose burning when the winds of life blow hard. That is covenant. Not just building castles, but building character. The ring is just the beginning. When the ring comes, celebrate. But don't idolize the object, honor the... Let's take a breath. You've walked through the longing. You've endured the waiting. You've dreamed, prayed, fasted, and even questioned. But now, heaven is saying, it's here. The moment is no longer far off. It's knocking on your door. This is the season where prophecy becomes reality. Not someday, not maybe, but now. Final signs before it arrives, before destiny enters your life visibly. The spiritual realm often releases a series of final confirmations. Don't ignore these. They are sacred indicators that something is about to be birthed. Here's what to watch for. Suddenly, your life feels quiet. Doors that were opening suddenly pause. You feel like heaven is holding its breath. That's not stagnation, it's alignment. Just before a breakthrough, God often brings a divine hush. It's the silence before sacred movement. Suddenly, people from the past try to reconnect. Temptations you already overcame resurface. Why? Because the enemy always tries to offer a counterfeit right before the promise arrives. Discern it. Close those doors for good. Because what's coming is too precious to be polluted by what's already expired. People around you begin to speak words that mirror your secret prayers. You hear songs, messages, or scriptures that echo things you've been asking God privately. Pay attention. Heaven is not being subtle anymore. It's speaking loudly because the moment is near. You may wake up with an overwhelming need to clean your room, finish unfinished tasks, organize your finances, break toxic soul ties, step out of emotional limbo. This isn't just productivity. It's prophetic preparation. Your soul knows. Make room. Something is about to move in. What to do when it arrives? Heaven wants you to be ready, not shocked. So here's how to position your heart when destiny knocks. It's common to fear the very thing you ask for, especially if it looks bigger than what you imagined. But trust this, God doesn't answer prayers halfway. When the person comes, you'll feel peace, even if your mind still has questions. Follow peace, not panic. You don't need to dig through their past. You don't need to test their love by pushing them away. Instead, pray, Lord, if this is from you, give me confirmation no human can fabricate. And He will. He'll give you clarity that goes beyond logic. The enemy will try to make it all about emotion. But covenant love is about mission. So when they come, ask, what are we called to build together? How can I support their purpose? How does our union glorify God? This is where the true power lies. Don't idolize them. Don't try to control the timing. Don't fear messing it up. Just walk in humility. Honor the moment. Honor what they carry. And let God lead you both. What you'll feel when it's right, it won't feel rushed. It won't feel forced. Instead, you'll feel grounded, covered, safe, seen, known. There will be a deep knowing that says, I don't have to earn this love. I was born to walk in it. What to do spiritually as the moment approaches. Here's what you must do in the Spirit. Pray over the connection daily. Anoint your home, your bed, your Your mind fasts for clarity. If fear arises, speak life over your future together. Forgive those who tried to delay your heart, because spiritual maturity is how you keep what heaven gives you. Final declaration before you say yes before this person arrives at your doorstep or kneels before you. Speak this out loud. I am ready, not just for love, but for covenant. I will not sabotage what God has sanctified. My yes will echo heaven's design. Let be done, in God's time, in God's way, for God's glory. The prophecy is now. You've waited. You've prayed. You survived heartbreak. You've healed in secret. You've done the work. And heaven is saying, now is the time. Isaiah 46 verse 11 says, what I have said that I will bring about, what I have planned that I will do. This is not a maybe. This is not a tease. This is a promise fulfilled. You're not just entering a relationship. You're stepping into divine manifestation. Right now, before you leave, before you scroll away, take a moment. Comment your agreement below. I receive this promise. My heart is ready. This is my season for covenant. Let love come God's way. And write it not for others, but for the angels who have carried your prayers up the mountain. Let them see your yes. You're not too late. You're not too much. You are not forgotten. You're on time. You are prepared. You are chosen. And what's coming will not just change your relationship status. It will fulfill your assignment. It will restore your hope. It will reveal how deeply heaven has always seen you. So when they kneel, don't tremble. Smile, breathe, and say yes. Because this was never just about love. It was about destiny.